Here are these strip steak fillets from Omaha Steaks with the awesome marbling. They've thawed out. Two things you can do with thawing out. You can either have them sit in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours, or one thing I like to do is submerge them in cold water. I actually put them in an additional Ziploc bag to make sure that no water leaks through to these things. So anyway, these packages are pretty easy to open up. Just pull it back, take it out. And what I like to do is I like to pat it down a little bit with a paper towel. Okay, we'll set that aside and that. Do the same thing over here. Open this up, take it out. These are private reserve, so these are some of the way nicer steaks that they do. Strip steaks are usually a little leaner, so you're not going to see a whole lot of marbling in them. But since these are a higher level grade of steak from Omaha Steaks, then you're going to see more marbling in them. Right there. Okay. I go super simple on my steaks, and I get the best flavor, I think, in my opinion. I go salt, pepper base for rub. Salt, pepper, garlic powder usually is what I do. But I've got some rub I'm going to use here. It's a brisket rub from a company I really like, Lane's Barbecue. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle it on there. I don't go too heavy on this stuff. It's not like when I'm doing brisket or anything that's going to slow smoke for hours where I want to put a lot of seasoning on there. I like to go a little more modest on something that's just going to be a little quicker because I don't want this stuff to overpower the flavor of the steak. I mean, I've got some good marbling in here, so I want to capitalize on that. Oh, something else I like to do here. I like to sprinkle some on the board. I'm not missing on purpose here. What I'm doing is taking the sides of the steak, gonna put them on there, so that way I get the sides as well. So I get seasoning on all the surfaces I possibly can. I'll have to do that again. You can rock back and forth, you can pat it, either way it'll do. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. So I think that looks pretty good. All right, so now I'll let it sit for a little bit before I take it out to the grill. So with the grill, you want to preheat it with indirect heat to about 225 or 250. Now what I'm doing, since I'm smoking them first and then searing them, which is known as reverse sear, I'm going to smoke them with hickory wood at 225 until they reach about a 115, 120, and then I'll pull them off. I'll take off the deflector plate in the grill. I'll get it searing up to like at least 500 degrees, and then I'll go ahead and throw them back on the grill for about a minute or two on each side and call it good. This grill is about 225 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead, crack this open, hickory smoke. Oh yeah, it smells glorious. I wish you guys could be here to smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these steaks right here on the grill. Anyway, okay, there we go. I'll actually get some temperature probes here. I'll put them in to measure the temperatures of the steak as I go along. Fun times here. It decided to rain, as you can see on my board. Look at that. Anyway, decided to rain while I was out. Well, while I was off camera, I should say. Okay, so let's go check these steaks. See where we're at temperature-wise. Look at that, perfect. Perfect, okay, tell you what. Let me flip this board over because, well, I got wet. Hopefully juices don't go rolling off of it, but, and I left my spatula inside, so I'm gonna bare hand this. It's a little hot, not gonna lie. There we go. So there it is. Gonna let these rest for a little bit. I'm gonna remove the deflector plates out, and then I'll get it up to searing temps. With these steaks, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a sheet of foil over them to help keep them warm. They may go up in temperature a degree or two, but that's okay, because I'm not gonna have them searing for too long. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera. Fancy effects, one-man crew here. Let me tighten up this grip on my tripod. There, perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove the deflectors. I have a Kamado Joe Classic 3, so it's going to look a little different than your typical grill as far as removing deflector plates go. What I'm going to do is put on these high temp gloves. Take this off, set that right there, and then I'm going to take this slow roller off in 2 pieces. I'm going to put these away. I've got a special spot I put these because they're super hot. I let them cool off. Now I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and put this grill grate back in. So, cool thing with this Kamado Joe 3 is that you can actually, you got 3 different tiers that you can put it down to. So if you want to get really hot quick, you can go down a grade, which will probably get you about 25 degrees or so hotter, temperature-wise. So not a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to pan sear these. I'm going to do a cast iron skillet for these steaks. It's going to be awesome. So I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. I won't get this grill, it's about 500 degrees. I'm not sure where the grill is at right now, but the skillet, especially cast iron skillet, I want to get to at least 500. So I've got some avocado oil here. So what I'm going to do is, well, I'll wait a little bit to put it in. I'll wait till this heats up. I'm going to close this lid to help the heat get captured. I'm going to twist the top of this lid open. Open that damper all the way. Just let the vents open up and fly. And so once that's done, and I get to my desired temp, I'll go ahead and put the avocado oil in. I'll do garlic. Well, I'll hold off on garlic butter, but I will do garlic and rosemary as well. So stay tuned for that. Well, it's a video, so you'll see it soon. So here we are, ready for searing. I'll lift that up. I brought out a second cutting board because you saw the other one get all wet from earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that right there. Gonna pour a little avocado oil in here. Don't want to, well, I'll do a little bit more. I don't want to do a ton because when you sear in a cast iron skillet, you want to make sure that you get a good surface, that it's not too wet. Otherwise, you're not going to get too much good crust. So, anyway, just a little tip there. Got my high temp glove on so I can do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and toss in a couple sprigs of rosemary. Helps some aroma there. And then there goes the garlic too. So I hope you like that shot. I'm going to go ahead, zoom this in a little bit more. So you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Go ahead and take the foil off. Who's ready to rumble? You are? Okay. Here we go. And you're next. Let it sear, get a good crust, about a minute on each side. Sometimes I put butter in here, but butter does burn a little fast. So you want to be careful with that, depending on how hot you're going to do it. Some people don't sear in a skillet, so butter would be fine for that, but anyway, I find that when I put butter in, it just burns up quickly. So I'm going to save butter for the end. I've got a couple things of garlic butter I'm going to put on top while the steak rests. I'll go into that here in a little bit. But I also like to dab some rosemary on top. There we go. And go ahead and give these a flip. Look at that. Look at that crust. In crust, we trust. And I trust that. I'll tell you what. Okay. In fact, same here. Dab a little rosemary on there. Okay. Let's be ready to pull off really soon. So while we wait, I guess I could talk to you a little bit more. I'll try and fill in some time here. Here, let me take these off. They'll still sear. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Well, anyway, So I love having them done, I usually like medium rare. That's like my jam right there. So these should be done probably around, I would say 135, 145 is what you want for medium rare. So here we got 141, 137. So they are both right where I need them. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. Good crust on that side. Go ahead and put them on this board. But yeah, let's get another look at that baby. Look at that. Okay, gonna go ahead, set that there, and now we'll wait. We'll rest them. Oh wait, you need to see what I'm doing. Can you tell I do this all the time? So there's that. Got some garlic butter here. Some garlic herb butter I'm just gonna put on top. Let them rest. I'll let them rest for probably about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes before I slice into them. Stay tuned. Okay, who wants a slice? I know I do. I'll grab my knife here. Go ahead and I'll turn them like this. Hopefully I got a good angle there for you. These rested probably about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Let's take a look here. See what we got. Got some garlic butter on that, but does that just not look heavenly? I mean, come on. Look at that. I'm all about this goodness here. I'm gonna go ahead and try a bite. Try to get myself on camera here. A hot dog. That's really good. You can make this at home. Easy to make. Flavor is amazing, guys. I highly recommend you make this. New York strip steaks, reverse sear method. Amen. This is Dan with Learn to Smoke signing off. Peace.